If you're a U.S. citizen, a green card holder, or someone still waiting for approval, today's topic really matters. Not because it should scare you, but because understanding how citizenship truly works gives you confidence and control. You may have seen headlines or social media posts claiming that people can suddenly lose their U.S. citizenship, and those stories can feel unsettling. My goal today is not to create panic or fear. It's to bring clarity, context, and calm understanding. So you know what is real, what is rare, and what actually applies to everyday people. Everyday immigration rules shift slightly, policies are interpreted differently, and misinformation spreads faster than facts. That's why I'm here to walk you through these topics in a simple, supportive way, without exaggeration and without judgment. Today we're talking about the truth behind losing U.S. citizenship, what the law actually says, who it affects, and why most people never need to worry about it at all. Before we begin, I want to be very clear about something important. This video is not legal advice. I'm not a government official, and I'm not an immigration attorney. Immigration law is complex and very personal, and every situation is different. What I share here is general information meant to help you understand how the system works so you don't feel lost, confused, or overwhelmed by rumors or dramatic headlines. Laws can change, policies can shift, and individual cases can vary, which is why professional guidance is always helpful if someone faces a unique situation. Now, let's start with a simple truth that often gets misunderstood. Many people believe that once you become a U.S. citizen, nothing can ever change. You receive your passport, you vote, you feel settled, and it feels permanent. And in most cases, that feeling is absolutely correct. U.S. citizenship is strong, protected, and deeply respected under the Constitution. But like many legal statuses, it is based on laws, processes, and honesty. That doesn't mean citizenship is fragile, it means it's taken seriously. There are two main ways people become U.S. citizens. Some are citizens by birth, meaning they were born in the United States or to U.S. citizen parents under specific conditions. Others become citizens through naturalization, which involves applying, passing background checks, completing interviews, and taking an oath of allegiance. Both groups are citizens with full rights. But the legal history behind how they obtained citizenship can matter in very rare circumstances. For people born in the United States, citizenship is extremely secure. In almost all cases, it cannot be taken away. The only rare exceptions involve proven fraud at birth, such as falsified records or identity schemes, and those situations are extremely uncommon and require strong evidence and court review. For naturalized citizens, there is a documented application process. If years later the government discovers that critical information was intentionally hidden or falsified during that process, the law allows those cases to be reviewed. This does not apply to small mistakes, language confusion, or honest misunderstandings. The focus is always on intentional deception. One of the most misunderstood ways someone can lose U.S. citizenship is actually completely voluntary. A person can choose to give it up. This is called renunciation, and it is a formal, serious, and permanent decision. It does not happen by accident. You cannot lose citizenship because you lived abroad, criticized the government, or felt frustrated with the system. Renunciation requires appearing in person at a U.S. embassy or consulate outside the country, signing documents, paying a significant fee, and clearly stating that you understand the consequences. Once completed, it cannot be undone. People choose renunciation for different reasons. Some live permanently in another country. Others want to simplify financial or tax obligations. Some make personal or identity-based decisions. Whatever the reason, the key point is that this path is intentional. No one is forced into it, and simply holding another nationality, living overseas, or staying abroad for many years does not automatically take U.S. citizenship away. Another situation that often causes anxiety is something called denaturalization. This applies only to people who became citizens through naturalization. Denaturalization occurs when the government proves that citizenship was obtained through serious fraud or intentional misrepresentation. This might include using a false identity, hiding major criminal history, concealing involvement in violent or extremist organizations, or lying about facts that were central to eligibility. It's very important to understand how this process works. Citizenship is not removed quietly or suddenly. These cases go through federal court. The person is notified. They have the right to respond, to present evidence, and to be represented by an attorney. Judges review the facts carefully. This process takes time and is not based on suspicion or minor errors. For the vast majority of people who applied honestly and answered questions truthfully, denaturalization is not something they will ever face. There is no expiration date on honesty, and that's something people sometimes worry about. While it is true that the government can review old cases if serious issues come to light, that does not mean files are constantly being re-examined. It simply means that citizenship is treated as a privilege that must be earned lawfully. If you followed the process, told the truth, and complied with the law, then most of the time you have nothing to fear. Some confusion also comes from stories involving people who later become involved with organizations or actions that directly oppose the United States. In very rare cases, if someone joins or supports groups that actively work to harm the U.S. government or assist hostile forces, their citizenship may be reviewed. This is not about political opinions, peaceful activism, religion, or criticism of leaders. It is about clear alignment with violence or national security threats. Even in these situations, citizenship is not removed casually. The government examines intent, timing, and evidence. Courts are involved. Rights are protected. And again, these cases are extremely rare. Simply traveling abroad, having strong ties to another country, or expressing opinions online does not place someone at risk. Dual citizenship is another topic surrounded by unnecessary fear. Millions of Americans legally hold more than one nationality. The United States generally allows dual citizenship, and for most people, it does not create problems. You can maintain cultural ties, visit family, and travel freely. In rare cases, complications arise if someone takes a formal role in another government or swears an oath that explicitly rejects loyalty to the United States. Even then, it's not automatic. Each case is reviewed individually with a focus on intent. One of the most dramatic ideas people hear is that citizenship can be lost because of treason. This is the rarest situation of all. Treason involves serious acts like assisting enemy governments or engaging in armed rebellion against the United States. These cases involve extensive investigations, clear evidence, criminal charges, and federal court decisions. Everyday activities, opinions, travel, or disagreements with policy do not qualify. For people born in the United States, it's important to hear this clearly. Your citizenship is protected. Living abroad, having family members with immigration issues, or spending long periods outside the country does not cancel your citizenship. Only extreme, proven fraud at birth could ever lead to review, and those cases are extraordinarily rare. Now let's shift to something that affects many more people every day: immigration processing itself. Whether you're waiting for a visa, a green card, a work permit, or an interview, delays and uncertainty can feel exhausting. USCIS continues to manage backlogs built up over years. Some cases move quickly, others take longer than expected, and silence often feels stressful. But delays usually reflect workload, not problems with your case. Employment visas, student visas, family-based petitions, and travel applications all operate under different timelines. Some offices move faster than others. Requests for additional documents are common and usually mean clarification, not denial. Interviews are designed to confirm information, not trap applicants. Honesty and preparation remain the strongest approach. Travel can also feel intimidating, especially with pending applications. Secondary inspection, extra questions, or document review at airports is often routine. Staying calm, carrying paperwork, and answering clearly usually resolves these situations. Border officers focus on rules, not personal judgments. Immigration systems are complex, and the emotional weight is real. Waiting affects families, careers, education, and mental well-being. Feeling tired, impatient, or discouraged is completely human. Staying informed helps you feel grounded, even when timelines feel long. As we bring everything together, here's the most important takeaway. U.S. citizenship is strong, protected, and not easily taken away. The situations where it can be lost are rare, specific, and tied to intentional actions or serious fraud. Most people will never face these issues. Awareness is useful, fear is not necessary. At the same time, immigration processes require patience, organization, and honesty. Delays happen, rules evolve, but many people eventually reach the outcome they're working toward. Your journey matters, and you deserve clear, respectful information. If today's explanation helped you feel calmer or more informed, I'm truly glad. Staying educated empowers you to move forward with confidence. If you'd like more clear updates about immigration, visas, citizenship, and travel, you're welcome to stay connected. And if you have questions or experiences to share, your voice may help someone else who's feeling uncertain right now. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm Sophia, and I appreciate your trust. Take care, stay patient, and stay hopeful.